District Attorney Rachel Rawlings. What we have here today is officers on patrol responded to a radio call for a person shot at the intersection of Speedwell and Toplift. On arrival, they located a female victim in her late teens suffering from gunshot wounds. Unfortunately, she was pronounced by EMS on scene. What you have here is an active crime scene. You can see our officers canvassing for any and all evidence. And because of the officers' quick response, we do have a person of interest at this time. As well, we do have a firearm recovered from the scene. We can give you more details about that. If anyone saw anything that can help facilitate this investigation, please contact us. You can do so anonymously at 1-800-494-TIPS. And as well, this shooting occurred in broad daylight. There may have been children, grandmothers, at home that may have witnessed something, but it's something that traumatizes you. So our Boston Neighborhood Trauma Team will be available. You may contact them at 617-431-0125. Again, it's quite unfortunate. This incident happened in broad daylight. The mayor can speak more about that. And we just want you to know, since we're here on camera, this isn't indicative of this entire neighborhood. You always hear me say, it's 1.5 to 2% that are committing acts of violence. The rest of the folks in the neighborhood are some good folks. It's at times like this during a pandemic that we need to stick together, and no acts of violence should be tolerated. At this time, I'll turn it over to Mayor Walsh.
Thank you, Commissioner. First and foremost, my heart goes out to the victim's family, and we'll all be praying for them tonight. This certainly is a difficult situation. Today is one Boston Day, and we've been talking all day about spreading around kindness and happiness, and the fact that this homicide happened in the middle of a pandemic is certainly a tragedy in the city of Boston, and I want to commend the police department and the DA's office and the EMTs for the work they do, and again, just for the family, saying that you're in our thoughts and prayers. I'll turn it over to District Attorney Rawlings.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioner. We want to commend the Boston Police Department, who was here in real time after receiving a call, did some great police work on the ground, as well as interviewing and being in constant contact with our office. We are very confident with respect to this case that we'll be able to report some things very soon. But I want to echo what the mayor said. My heart goes out to this family who lost a loved one today, and there was another family whose loved one is potentially going to be charged with a homicide. So it's a sad day, but we're working hard to make sure we hold the person who did this accountable. Thank you.
Any questions?
Just how troubling is it when you're talking about a teenage girl here who's the victim of such violence?
Yeah, I mean, homicide does not discriminate, and as the mother of a 16-year-old, this is myself, this is heart-wrenching to see young people, teens that are being killed and making decisions where they end people's lives, and these split-second decisions impact the rest of their lives. So it's just really deeply troubling. And people should recognize that although it's rare that women are perpetrating these crimes or the victims, certainly in domestic violence, they're frequently the victims, but we've had some female homicides, and in this circumstance, it's sad.
Can you share anything about the person of interest, if there's any connection or random or anything you can share about the person you have?
As you know, this is an active investigation, and we want to make sure that we have all of our facts in line and straight so they can report to you accurately. Any deviation from that would jeopardize the integrity of the investigation. So we will definitely give you more when we have more, and that will be coming from the district attorney's office once this investigation is done.
Can you talk about what crime has been like during this pandemic over the last month or so in the city? Has it changed at all?
We can. There's been fluctuations up and down, whether it's domestic violence or aggravated assaults. I wouldn't say it's an astronomical rate, but, overall, again, the neighborhood has been pulling together. And again, just a couple of individuals are driving the numbers. That's where we need the help of the community. I'd like to thank the community today. If they did not call 911, we wouldn't have been here in such a timely manner where we would recover evidence and a person of interest. And again, God bless the victim and their family in this tragic time.
Add, just know that though our numbers might be down with domestic violence and child abuse and neglect, we know it's still happening, right? So unfortunately, the good teachers and school nurses and home health aides and all the people that work in school that have eyes on these young people and can see not only the physical manifestation of abuse and neglect, but also emotional changes, they're not seeing that every day because these young people aren't showing up at school. So just because the numbers are down does not mean that it's happening. We want people to know that they can still call 911. BPD and the mayor and the DA's office, we're essential. We will be there. We will help if we can. Even if courts are closed, we'll get restraining orders. We'll help you with DCF custody and other things like that. People should know that we're still operating.
Has violent crime changed much? Violent crime? In terms of shootings?
Again, week to week, the stats can change. So yes, they are up. I don't have the actual percentage, but again, it's not astronomical. And we do have cooperation from the community, and we hope to make arrests, and we have made arrests. If you review our journal, we've made several gun arrests. We only hope that those individuals that were arrested remain in custody. If they can not be rehabilitated on this side, they need to be locked up, because we have people out here doing the right thing, sticking together during a pandemic, and then there's certain individuals that think they can do what they want. So rest assured, in working with the district attorney, those people that repeat offenders of violent crimes, they will be held accountable.
You see officers in their masks. Can you just share the precautions you guys are taking during the pandemic and maybe how that's changed some of your day-to-day response?
This will be the last question.
And thank you for asking about the officers. Unfortunately, we had Officer Jose Fontanez pass as a victim of COVID-19. So we want to make sure that everyone has their mask. I might not have mine on because I'm conducting an interview, and thank you for your social distancing, but it goes a long way. Our officers, as well as the fire department and EMS and our healthcare providers and workers, we are on the front line. We have to be out here every day. So it's important that we have personal protection equipment. We think that will help us drive the numbers down in our first responder and healthcare family. And it is important that we have our mask on. It protects us, protects the community.